All right, good morning, guys. For whatever reason, my Zoom is acting up and I cannot show my face for whatever reason. Also, if you are not off of mute, if you're not on mute or your line is not muted, go ahead and mute your line. I'm having a few difficulties this morning. So just go ahead and make sure that that is done. I'd super duper appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so for today's rip, we've got Miss Lauren Frazier, my amazing, beautiful assistant, who is like a social media guru. And so this morning, what we wanted to do was kind of give you a guide on how to utilize social media for your business. It is so important to utilize social media because social media is the game changer, and being consistent in your social media when it comes to building credibility, building rapport for your community, to set yourself up as that trusted advisor, not only in the home with your clients, but out there in your community to help you with referrals, which is going to help you with the 10K club. And then you never know what's going to happen by being very well branded. Now, that doesn't mean you spend all your day on social media. Okay. You can't do that and make money, but you can do things to implement some of the strategies that Lauren and I are going to talk about today. So Lauren, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to you. I am using Canva today. We're going to be talking about that as well. And so because it's on Canva, I have to like hold my finger down and like move it. So hopefully it goes. And for some reason on my computer, it just says AirPlay. So I'm kind of going blind a little bit today, but here we are. Go ahead, Lauren, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to you.
Good morning. So you have control of it. I don't. But social media for your small business is, if you're not using it, you should. It's a huge game changer. It's what consumers are using. They're using it now. I mean, commercials are they're there, but big brands depend on people on social media to get their product out. So it's a huge integral part of any small business. It should be part of your strategy in building your brand, making yourself known. And so there's a few tips and tricks that we just wanted to go over today. Like Laura said, you don't want to spend all your time on social media, but these are just a few figures that are helpful. 70% of online adults use social networking sites every day. 57% of your sales funnel may be accounted for by social media. And then 81% of consumers, they research online before making purchases, and they research using social media. It's what people go to when they're bored, when they're in meetings, when they're sitting at the airport, when their kids are playing at the park, they're looking at social media. It's their go-to for entertainment. It's their go-to for information. It's their go-to for the news. It's their go-to for everything now. So if you go to the next slide.
Well, maybe just add on to that really quickly.
Okay.
These stats, where it says 57% of your sales funnel may be accounted for by social media. Guys, your granny is on social media. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. She's on TikTok. And so, especially with us, when it comes to the Facebook leads, that's a sales funnel for you right there by utilizing that lead type. 57% of your funnel is going to be accounted for via something along those lines. And so if you're not utilizing those, you're kind of missing out on a really large span of people that you can sell to, right? They're on there. They're looking for something they can fill out right there. And then 81% of consumers research online before making big purchases. And so what that means on the other flip side of that is is your page basically like a landing page for people to research things about life insurance. Even if it's a quick tip, even if it's a stat, even if it's something that you're going to be bringing value to, they're going to look at that. They're going to go into more. It's huge. So I just wanted to point that out there real quick. Next slide. Here we go.
Okay, so why should you be using social media? Not everybody thinks that it's important, but for one, it builds your credibility and it builds trust with your audience. And then it also makes yourself known in your community. So as far as building credibility, I can think of a handful of people that I follow on social media that when they throw a piece of advice out there, because of the way they've presented themselves, I believe them. And I think, well, they've done the work, they've done the research, they're the expert in whatever it is that they're talking about because of the credibility that they've built on their platform. Do you have anything to say, Laura? Okay.
And then just making yourself known in your community. I mean, I think that is big. That way, again, it goes back to referrals over time, longevity in this business. What are you doing to create not only you knocking on the door, but for you to have a presence where someone's like, you know what, I know that person that is, killing it in life insurance. I see, them posting about their seniors and how well that they've taken care of them and all of those things. It's going to bring in those extra sales a month just by posting. I know that Samantha Shaw, she has this whole month, she's about to have a baby, and it's through social media that she's gotten a lot of referral business to help her when she hasn't been able to go out in the field. Let's see here. Let me go to the next one.
So when you post, when you think about what you're going to post and what your strategy is, one of the biggest things you should always kind of sit down, maybe the beginning of the week, and what do you want to accomplish with your content? Do you want to educate your audience? Do you want to give tips? Do you want to talk about insurance? Do you want to be funny? Do you want to provide some entertainment? Like, what do you want to accomplish with the content that you're posting? And then do you have metrics to measure it for each week? It's always good to measure what you're doing. And
Mhm.
so you can kind of beta test it. You can throw some stuff out there, see how it performs. We won't get into all the algorithms and things that there are right now. And it's constantly changing, but test it, post it different times of the day, and see what your engagement is.
Talking about
Um,
engagement, I think that's next. Hold on.
yeah.
Um, let's kind of talk about engagement because I think engagement is huge when it comes to actually bringing in someone that's actually going to buy from you.
Yeah. So one of the tips that we have is when you do post content, do a call to action on it. So if you're talking, if you're walking and you're talking and you're giving a tip, tell your audience, drop a comment. What do you think about that? Tell me in the comments below. You want, the more engagement you have, the more the algorithm notices that, and the more your content will be seen to your audience. They kind of, if you have a lot of good engagement, not just likes, comments, and people kind of starting a conversation, it really, the algorithm loves that and they'll pump you out to more of your audience. So that's a really good thing. You should always do a call to action and just ask a question at the end of it. Tell me what you think. People love to give their opinion. They love to chime in on whatever it is that you're pushing out there. So just remember that, put a call to action on your content.
That's good stuff. All right, let me see here. So a couple other tips here, call to action, be yourself. That's the beautiful thing is that people buy from you. They buy from people that they like and trust, right? And so when you're on social media, just be you. If you're funny, be funny. If you're serious and you love to educate, do a lot of education. You're going to attract people that are going to appreciate that. Reels are great. People watch reels. Now, you want to make sure that you're putting, posts out there that are pictures or you can put a tip or a trick that's not a video, but people want to see videos. They watch those. They can be sitting in their car scrolling before they go into, their job in the morning, and they're going to watch your video. Okay. Keep it 10 to 15 20 seconds. Less is more. It doesn't have to be long. And that's the beautiful thing too, is that you don't have to spend all this time trying to generate something big. Do 10 to 15 seconds of how you helped a client, or one tip on getting life insurance before you're 50. Be creative, right? And have fun with it, because people love fun. Don't post about politics, try to keep it kind of even kill. I'm not going to tell you what to post. It is your social media, but you want to make sure that you have a frame in mind, a vision in mind of what you want to accomplish. And if that's to pull in buyers to your life insurance, do you buy from people that have different political views? Yes, you do, every single day in the field. And just like you're not going to get too crazy into politics in the home, just be careful of it and mindful of it when you're on social media. Have a good headshot. That is huge, guys. If you need a good headshot, go get it done, because a good headshot breeds professionalism, and people want to buy from people that not only sound good, but also look the part. Are you professional? Are you going to take professional care of their policy or their family? Okay. Be positive. Your account is a running business card. And so if you're vague booking all the time, or if you're woe is me, or you're victim on Facebook, and then you post, oh, look how fun this is, or look how I helped this client, but your negativity has overshadowed your positivity, all they can think about is negative. So it's a running business card. What would you put on a business card for a potential client, right? Your content should bring value. So that's a question that you want to ask yourself when you're posting something is this going to bring value to someone that wants to buy from me or someone that wants to work with me? What value can I bring? And then consistency, just like anything else in the world, anything else in this business, consistency is so important. You can't post once or twice and think that you're going to get things, right? It takes time to build even your momentum on social media. So for instance, I started really engaging on social media last year, and I haven't had huge growth, but I've had consistent growth from like 400 followers to like 1,200 and some odd followers. And I've gained a lot of building from social media. And the reason is because of the consistency behind it and the engagement that I've been able to have through those, those followers. So have a good headshot, a call to action for engagement, content batch. If you don't want to be thinking about social media all day long in between houses and things like that, what you can do is carve out a time where you batch a few posts. You can go, and we'll talk about Canva in a second, how you can do that as well, or videos, 10 to 15-second reels, batch them. And then you can actually schedule them on Instagram as well. And so you can do it all in like an hour on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Monday morning or whatever the best time is for you. And then you have your content for the week. Okay. And then all you're doing is engaging with the people on your posts throughout that week. And then use tools to create your content. So we'll kind of go into the tools. The biggest tool is Canva. It's a super, I don't want to say easy, but it's super simple. And Lauren is like the bomb.com at this. And I think it's great just to have, one or two tools that you use. Again, it builds the credibility, it builds the professionalism, and it gives you access to some fun things. So if you want to go ahead and talk about Canva.
Yeah, so Canva is a really great tool. It's pretty, they've done a really good job at making it user friendly at beginner level and then all the way up. So there is a free option from Canva. You don't have access to everything if you choose the free option. But if you pay for the pro, it's not very much. I think it's like $15 a month. Then it opens it up and you have access to everything, all the fonts, all the photos. They have videos in there that you can throw in if you're making a reel. But when you go to the home page, this is kind of what it looks like if you've never been in Canva. And then the options are limitless. You can create a PDF, you can create a PowerPoint, you can create an Instagram post, a video, a reel, a story. It's endless. And Canva is awesome because they have gone in and created templates. So you don't even have to be, if you're like, I don't know where to start, I'm not creative, they've got you covered. So if you'll go to the next slide, Laura, they have up at the top, you'll see navigation bars. This is the template. They have templates for social media, for business, marketing. I mean, it's literally endless. Like you can go into Canva and type in the search bar insurance, and all of these pre-designed templates will be in there. And then you just take them. If you like it, you can customize it. You can take the pictures out. You can change the font, change the wording, change the colors. You can change anything. So if you haven't been in Canva, go in there, play with the templates. It's free. You can create an account, super simple. And then once you find a design that you like, if you'll go to the next slide, Laura. We won't go too far into Canva today, but once you find, like, this is the top agent video. And so I upload videos in here. And then everything, once you find a design, if you go to the left, you can search for other designs, the elements, you can put graphics in there, you can put squiggly lines, animated things. Not all the time, but it's good to post something on, if you're doing a still post or a still picture, to have some kind of movement on there. And you're like, how do people do that? They do it in here in Canva. Attention spans aren't what they used to be 20 years ago because we have technology. So it's good to have something to capture the attention. And a lot of times movement on a still photo will do that. But then there's a camera roll, there's your text, there's a million different texts that you can, fonts that you can choose from. They have backgrounds, they have stock photos in there that you can choose from. Like I said, videos. it literally is endless what you can do in Canva. And like I said, they've made it really user friendly. So once you go in there and start playing around, you'll see you can put audio effects, you can put music on things, you can take backgrounds off of photos, you can edit photos, you can put filters on them. I mean, honestly, the sky's the limit. So most everything that we post that's a graphic is designed in Canva.
I mean, there's
Um,
everything, there's business cards, you name it, you can make anything in Canva. And what I want you guys to start thinking about is just like how when we look at marketing, we've got leads, right? That is marketing. We're marketing to our target market. We've got the trifold, the leave behind through every carrier. It's marketing material. With social media, it's don't forget to market you. Don't forget to market you, because you is you, baby. That, like, they're gonna buy from you, and it's something that transcends throughout time. You have like all this backlog of the way that you've built yourself up over the years that helps you for the rest of your professional career. It's through your branding. And so to make it a point to take this as a part of the way you think about it, as like you purchase your leads on Sundays, or you have your lead behind material for your top carriers. You've got your branding on social media to create those funnels or the referrals, those extra leads, so to speak. I think it's big. So let's see
yeah.
here.
Oh, that just shows, like, if you wanted to animate the page, it's up there, kind of where the buttons are. You just kind of have to play around with it, but um, you can animate anything you want to. Like I said, I mean, you can really do anything you want. You can edit videos in it, add music. You can have music and your voice in it. But what I will say, like on Sundays, if you are thinking about your week and your content batching, do it on the weekend so it's not overwhelming if it's new to you. If you're going to post yourself talking and maybe giving a quick tip, do like 4 or 5 of them. Change your shirt. Do one in your house, go outside and record another one, and then go sit in your car. In 30 minutes, you've got a whole week's worth of quick tips that you have ready in your log to share so that it's not overwhelming. But I will say, as far as gaining credibility, people really want to see into your life. So don't be afraid to share if you found a fun restaurant, put it up in your story. Um, they want to know what you're eating, what you're buying, what you're doing, if you're at the park with your kids, whatever it is, kind of let people in, because that helps gain your credibility.
Good stuff. And if you're overwhelmed by social media, it's okay, because we've all been there. No one, like, I didn't wake up one morning and say, you know what? I'm just going to be so good at social media. No, it's a lot of trial and error, and it's consistency and failing forward with what works, what doesn't work. And the more you do it, the more skills you gain. And I think it's something that, especially as we go into the era that we're in, like you look at realtors, you look at all, like solar, you look at all these people, they're on social media branding themselves. And I think it is that little bit of extra that makes you extraordinary, is by doing this. And a post a day, you don't have to be on there all day long. A post a day in your story 3 times. I think 3 times a day in your story is good. Getting a coffee before you go to work. Maybe saying something about the client that you just helped, right? The sales angle that you're able to help them with, put that on there, because that's going, even if they don't reach out right this second, they're going to remember in the back of their head whenever they are ready to make a buying decision, or whenever they're ready to say, hey, grandma, someone reached, I follow this person on, social media. They would be great to help you with your life insurance. You never know when that moment's going to be. But, let's see here. Anything else that you want to add?
This is just really, once you create content, I was just going to show up in the top right of the screen, that's where you download it. So you have the option, you can download it as a JPEG or a PNG, you can make PDFs, MP4s are your videos. So if you're doing a reel or some kind of like a YouTube video or whatever it is you wanted to do that's video, MP4, PowerPoints, those tend to get really big files. So if you're doing that, but that's where you would go, once you are done designing, you just click on that share button, and you can print it too, but you can download it to your phone, and then everything's ready to post. And I will say, when you're in there, it saves in real time. So don't worry about, once you're designing, you can save it. So
Good. Now what I want to do, it's 9:21. Let's see here. I just wanted to open up the chat. So if you've got any questions about social media, about utilizing it for your business, put it in the chat real fast, and we'll try to answer, do like a Q&A for like the next 5 minutes. If there's anything, whether it be Canva, we'll see if anything comes in the chat. Let's see here. When is a good time to post? So I think it changes. I've heard Wednesdays between 9 and 11 are a good time. I think Mondays around the same time. I typically have found that even if I have something that's like good content and I post it too late, I don't get as good as of a remark, or engagement. So I would say mornings are great, but the algorithms change. And so kind of, see what does good and remember those times and start posting for that. Can you build your personal page, or do you need a separate team page? I would start with you. And like, when it comes with like your personal, like a team page, when your team, I think SM1 is great. I would mainly do each person. What do you think, Lauren? And not a business page. That's the other thing too, is that do your personal page, not really a business page, because I was actually talking to a marketing director just last week, and she was saying that business pages are like poo-poo. And so you just use your personal page. You can actually look at metrics and all of that on your personal Facebook or on your personal Instagram. Now, Instagram business, like you can put like Instagram professional, that's good. But Facebook, like business page for an individual, is like poo-poo right now. Okay. Does this site require copyright release of NASB logos? No. Just, you have the logo, you're all sent the logo when you get started. So you can use the NASB logo. Any other questions? If not, then we'll go ahead and end it a few minutes early. Reach out if you have questions, and don't be afraid to play around with it. I'm telling you, you'll get excited when you see the engagement and you see the momentum, and then when you start to see results. Oh, Lauren, another thing I wanted to add, when we talk about like metrics, what are some good metrics that you think that they should focus on? Like when they're looking at their content.
I think one of the metrics would be, if you're posting in your stories, go and see how many people are looking at it. It'll show you, if you click on it, how many views you've had. And then just pay attention to how many people are engaging with your content. If you're posting an actual post or a reel, it's a reel, how many shares are you getting? Who's commenting? How many comments? How many likes? And then you want to go from there. If you would like more engagement, especially on Facebook, then it's a good idea to time block 5 minutes out of every day, even 2 minutes, and go on and comment on other people's posts. The more you comment on other people's content, then they will start seeing yours. So if you're like, nobody's really commenting, I don't think people are seeing my stuff, you have to engage with your followers too, or with your friends. So the more you engage, the more they will see your content.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to say too, is like, if you're looking for a specific amount of referrals, then start branding and doing your content, asking those questions, that gets that engagement. And then even if it's you like starting a DM with them, the people that are showing interest, whether it's like, you talk to them about, maybe you do a post on, have you ever bought life insurance? And, tell me your thoughts on whatever. And whoever starts engaging, start a DM with them and see if that will convert over to a close just from social media, and start seeing and act for yourself. Did this person buy, or how many did I have to do if this person became a referral? It's big. I think that is big. Where do you find metrics on personal pages? I think like, Lauren, how does it work? Like for us, like my page, it shows me as a content creator. So when I click on my post, because I'm a content creator, which I think Facebook kind of did that automatically, if I'm not mistaken, it'll show me how, how many impressions I have, how many likes, who clicked on it, all those things. So
Yeah. My page is now, I think, a digital creator page. So mine has metrics on it. I'm going to have to research that for a personal page, and I can send that out. Of where
perfect.
to go find that.
Awesome. Cool. All right, guys, it's 9:27. I hope you got some type of, hold on. Do you recommend a story less than 40 seconds?
10 to
Yes.
15 seconds.
10 to 15 second stories. I mean, Facebook will cut you off at 25 seconds or something, I think, anyway. So, less is more.
Yeah.
All righty. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great Tuesday. Go kick butt. Ciao.